What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. I had a little time today, so I decided to do something extra for y'all. So let's talk about it. 7 Seconds, Season 1. Overall, I give 7 Seconds a 7 out of 10. If you have not watched it yet, 7 Seconds is a series that's on Netflix, and you need to click off this video because there will be spoilers. There will be spoilers. I'm going to give you a second. Alright, here we are. So everybody who's left, 7 Seconds is a series that's on Netflix, and it's about a crime that takes place, a hit and run, and everything that after effects of this hit and run. So we have, our characters are Latrice and Isaiah Butler. We also have Seth Butler, who is I'm not sure who brother he is. I don't know if he Latrice's brother or Isaiah's brother, but he one of them brothers. The son's name is Brenton, and then we also have Pete Jablowski, he's the white cop. His crew, D'Angelo, Rinaldi, and Osorio, as they are narcotics unit. We also have KJ Harper, and we have Detective Fish. Those are our main characters for the story. So the story takes place, I don't know where the story takes place. As a matter of fact, I'm not exactly sure what city the story takes place in. But basically, Pete Jablowski was going his way to the hospital. His wife is pregnant. I think they've had a miscarriage before. So he was on his way to the hospital, and he gets into a car accident. He does not see who he hit at first, or so we think, right? And he calls his crew in, D'Angelo, Osorio, and Rinaldi. Now, D'Angelo is the leader of their crew, and he tells him to get away from the body, to get away from the scene. And then we discovered that the boy that he killed was a black boy. Later on that day, we meet his mother, Latrice. She's a teacher, and when she's helping the child look for another boy, as a matter of fact, she finds out, well, when she goes home, we also meet Seth. Seth is his uncle. Brenton will be excited about seeing his brother. Brenton never comes home. She's very worried, and they find out later that he has been in a car accident and he's in the hospital. So whenever Pete hit him, he hit him and he didn't kill him, so he could have been saved. So the boy is in a coma for a few days, and we start on the journey with Latrice and her grief. This is probably the best part of the whole series was Regina King. Her acting was amazing. The way that she depicted depression and grieving and anger about the system around you and how to get things done was just amazing. Like, she did a fantastic job doing that. Sometimes I was a little worried because it seemed like that's all it was to her character, was depression, grief, trying to find out what's going on with her son. The earlier parts of the season she spends in the hospital with her son. She thinks he's gonna come back. They have a whole faith element where these people are two church-going people. Her faith is tested because she really believes in God, and she thinks that God is gonna bring her son out of this illness, and when that doesn't happen, her faith is tested. We have their relationship. Her and Isaiah's relationship is also another major part of the series. Brenton's dad, I just wanted to shake his ass, hug him, or choke him for most of the episode. You just be wanting to tell a nigga you love, tell him you care about, tell him you don't want her to leave. Damn, say something. He was so inward. Everything happened on the inside. You could tell. All his emotions happened on the inside. And because this man who played his character, I cannot remember his name, he's such a fantastic theater actor, I could see that his emotions were happening on the inside. He had emotions. He was sad. He felt love. He felt all these things, but they were just happening on the inside. Brenton was gay storyline. It was cute, but it wasn't really necessary. It was kind of like, it almost felt like we just threw that in there for extra, and something else. Not to mention with the police brutality, this, that, and the other, we gonna throw in that he gay too. I mean, it is what it is, and it made sense, to bring him and Isaiah together, the friend and Isaiah together, but he didn't have to be gay for them to do that. So I kind of felt like they just threw that in. They could have kind of left that out because it was just another storyline that we didn't get resolved. So I felt like Isaiah and Latrice's characters were probably the most well-developed characters on the whole show. Seth, the young brother, he has a storyline about being in the army, coming back from serving, being disillusioned. When you go over there, people respect you, you're a soldier. When you come back here, you just another nigga. He ended up back selling dope. Realizing that wasn't the right way either. Meeting some guy. He met some guy at the VA office still trying to get a job, and the guy had to leave all the time, and when he goes and he discovers, oh, this man is a Muslim, he has to go pray all the time. That's why he has to get up. I feel like if it have a season 2, then they can delve more into his story because he decided to go back, and then at the last minute he decided he had to find his own way. And I feel like that way will be faith. Some type of faith. I don't know what kind of faith, but some type of faith, because he looked lost and disillusioned, and a lot of I wish we had got more into that storyline because I'm sure a lot of people come back from the service and feel that way. You know, we didn't really learn a lot about him. I wish we had, you know, that's another character that I wish had got developed a little bit more. After Pete Jablonski hit the boy, like I said, he in the hospital. He's in a coma for a few days. They think he gonna come back, then he died. So after that, you know, mama is in serious depression. She leave the husband. She's sleeping in the car. She trying to, you know, do anything she can to get justice for her son. Now, this case has been assigned to a young woman named KJ Harper, and her detective that's working with her is Detective Fish. Now, KJ Harper is, hold up, I got it right here. She is a black prosecutor, a young black woman who is also a prosecutor, which is very cute for optics, which she points out at some point during the series. But she's secretly a depressed alcoholic who keep a dirty ass house and be sleeping with her neighbor husband. Shout out to Funky Dineva. She do a whole lot of shit she ain't got no business doing. She's pretty much a basket case. We don't get a lot of development with her either, other than the fact that she's feeling guilty about a crime where she mistakenly left some children in a house to starve to death because she didn't check. She goes home to visit her family, and we see that her relationship with her sisters is pretty contentious. She have equal parts admiration and jealousy from her sister, and her dad is very, very demanding and very critical of her choices in her career. She probably don't even want to be no lawyer, quiet as it's kept. She frustrated me a lot because it's not gonna work. It is gonna work. She was so easy to give up on everything. Fish was the one who really kept pushing her to do the right thing and staying on top of it. At first, she seemed like she was a little motivated, but after she, you know, figured out she's a smart person. She could see into the future and see what was gonna happen or what was most likely gonna happen. So she kind of got depressed about that, and she let that set her back. I like the fact that her and Fish were two broken people who could come together, you know, because he pushed her and made her do right. Even when she was falling down drunk, he had to go sit up in that nasty ass house. But I'm like, how you getting people to come home with you, girl, and your house nasty like this? I know it smells like toe chips. Oh, I cannot, okay? Nacho cheese and old busties. I cannot in her house. No, girl. No. If you can't clean your house, it just made me think, do you wash your ass? So that house was disgusting. And her sleeping with the guy at work and how he treated her, I knew she had slept with him when he started talking to her crazy, and she didn't do nothing but put her head down. I really wish she had been more vocal. It was times I wish she should have said things. Her woe is me kind of got on my nerves. She was not very, but she could have been developed more than what she was. I even wish I had got a little bit more on the, you know, the story. It's kind of like she told the story and that was it. And then we have Fish, who is her partner. Fish is divorced. Apparently his ex-wife was an old hoe. She was giving that wolf to everybody. Okay, she was out here giving that jaguar. She was putting that jaguar on niggas out here. Everybody on the police force except for him. So, you know, he divorced and he keep a lot of dogs. He probably smell like a whole dog ass. But you know what? Fish grew on me from the beginning to the end of the series because he was dedicated to this case. His relationship with Nadine, the witness, was touching to me since he had a daughter. That was really nice how their relationship developed. That was real cute. I really liked that. Yeah, how he treated her, how he tried to work with her, and how upset he was, and how he figured out that she did not stick herself. She smoked. So she wouldn't have, you know, she wouldn't have killed herself the way that she got killed. It was sad to me that Nadine's case, nothing happened. It was like you had this whole witness, you built us up for 2 or 3 episodes, and then the girl, they just kill her, and that's it. Like, I kind of felt like, that was weird to me. But I also want to point out with Nadine, you notice how they vilified Brenton and made him in a gang. As soon as they figured out he was in that park, and that park is where gang members hang out, they put him in a gang. But you notice that when the first time they went to go find Nadine, she had shoplifted, and the man said, oh, she from a good family, she from a good neighborhood, so, you know, I just cut her a break. But Brenton was a gangbanger. All he was doing was riding a bicycle. But he was a whole gangbanger. So that whole storyline, that was cute. Then we have the crew. Now the crew, child, they are severely underdeveloped. The only person who got a little bit of development was maybe D'Angelo. And I'm talking about when they busted in the house and they found the baby. This is why he had so much of a hard time killing Nadine, because he don't like to kill kids, okay? I'm sure it's another reason for that, but we never find out what that reason was. Other than that, he's trash. D'Angelo is trash. He's a coward. He's doing, and you tell, and the killing part to me was at the beginning. He tells them like, hey, I got this. Don't worry about it. But then in the end, he don't got it. And we do need to worry about it. The whole episode, he's scrambling, trying to get shit together. Like, what was your purpose? I thought you had it together. Get your life together. D'Angelo was trash. Rinaldi, also trash. Okay? He was smart and stupid for keeping that grill, because now look at you. Now all of y'all going to jail. Osorio, I wanted to get to know his character a little bit more. I wanted to know why he was so willing to accept the racist behavior of his crew and not say anything, and why he would pick people that would disrespect him over his own self, like his own people and his own self. I wanted to know why that was the case. He felt guilty. He felt more guilty than some of them, or he wanted to get himself out of it, and he kind of saw the long game. And I want to know why. Okay, I wanted to know more with him. So he was kind of underdeveloped for me. And they was all kind of just chest thumping, you know what I'm saying, assholes who want to protect one another to the point where they're like super cowardly. Okay, and of course that crime covered up more crimes that they was doing, like they was taking, they had an arrangement with the drug dealer money. I like how the story all played into, they all were connected in some type of way. That drug dealer that the crew had to deal with around for the neighborhood also turned out to be Seth's friend from the neighborhood when he was younger, when he was out there selling dope, and he ended up getting killed too. But you know, hey, that's the life. Pete was the only one who got a little bit more development than D'Angelo. Pete Jablonski was guilty most of the season, and he was scared the majority of the season. First he tried to be hard and get into his life and say, oh, they're not especially after they found a baby in the house and all of that, you know. He was a thug and he deserved it and I don't care. But deep down, his ass felt guilty. Okay, I felt bad for him a little bit because his daddy really screwed him up. His daddy really messed up his life. Okay, one of the reasons why people think he racist, I don't think he was no racist. I think that his dad was screwed up. His dad probably was a racist, and his dad got him into some stuff that he probably shouldn't have. But I don't really think he was a racist person deep down. I don't really think he was a bad cop. He just got wrapped up in his life, and you know, I guess you just be trying to survive and you don't know, you know what to do. He should have just turned himself in. That's what he should have damn did. Okay, I mean, the end of the season was pretty good. I like how we found out what the title of the series was, 7 Seconds. He had 7 seconds to help that boy. He did actually see who he murdered. We didn't see that at the beginning. So that kind of changes your opinion of Pete at the end. Like, oh, you did step over that thing and see who you killed, and you made the decision to leave that boy there to die. So that was pretty interesting to me, how they brought it all together at the end of the performance. I still don't think he was a racist. Now, I just want to say that. But I do think he thought that this boy's life didn't really matter that much. Okay, that his life mattered. And that's what the whole thing really is a who life matter. Did your life and your wife and your baby's life matter, or does Brenton life matters as much as you? And how we treat black boys like men, and we put all this stuff on them that, you know, they're just kids. Yet at the end of the day, he was still a kid and he was going to see his boo. Okay, that's it. So overall, I thought the whole series, like I said, for me, it was a 7 out of 10. Although the story was good and the characters, that the actors were good, I felt like they kind of just pulled different shit all together. Like, okay, we're going to take a Eric Garner story, and then we're going to take, you know, or we're going to take a Tamir Rice, but we're going to change it to a car accident, and then he going to be gay, and then he going to be this, and they kind of just threw it all together and created this story. I felt like maybe if it was less elements to the story, they could have delved deeper into each character. But maybe they'll have a second season. I'm not sure yet, but hopefully it will have a second season. It's an anthology series, so if they come with another season, it's going to be something totally different. I want to hear what your thoughts are about 7 Seconds. Have you watched it yet? I hope you ain't watched this video until you watched it, all right? But I'll holler at y'all next time. All right, peace.